Whoosh! And welcome back to Streets of Rage 4, everybody. Now, in the 17th part of the Streets of Rage 4 playthrough on Mania mode, with difficulty maxed out, friendly fire on. This is probably our, like a 8th or 9th attempt at this level, because this will really test your patience. Both with the difficulty in starting, having a perfect run, not getting hit at all, because we are way too good at this game, or so we would like to be, to accept getting hit. But also segments immediately after this part will make you seriously question your resolve to complete this game with the difficulty maxed out.
I want to do a B.O.B. and Haley pun, but unfortunately, I'm having trouble thinking of the connecting lyrics for it.
It's alright, as long as those connections involve feet in other people's backside, sending them careening off an edge of an elevator that just will not stop until everybody's dead. It will probably be close to what we're looking for. Throw everybody off of the elevator, for the love of God, and watch out for the barrage of beakers from an abundance of Victorias. Grab the items, just in time for the loading screen, to permit you a
Very
chance.
nice.
Alright, now that was the first part of the gauntlet. Now let's go to the second part. This part sucks. This part is random as hell, because it's position-based. Adam,
But
immediately...
thankfully, Adam's dash, thanks to Adam's really powerful dash. Oh, even as an
Very
aerial
powerful dash.
special.
Yes, well...
I think that's the first time I've actually seen you guys use aerial specials.
Well, you don't have to... I mean, just like a lot of moves in this game, you don't have to use the move at all. It's just nice that they give you an aerial special option, which was not in the classic games. And I believe the aerial special gives Adam a bit more reach, because Adam is pretty reachy. He's also pretty powerful, pretty buff, and also pretty fast, because you're going to need those dashes. What I would recommend doing as soon as the first beaker is thrown, they show you, holy shit, there's a bunch of guys on the right. Go immediately to the right. Do not delay in shutting down the beaker throwers.
Yeah, because that stun, although it doesn't do all that much damage, sets you up for the rest of the right gears to F your shit up.
An F and an A. Oh my sweet science. Quick, we need fluids. They're throwing them. And thankfully the Vickies and the Anns and the Margarets will damage their teammates. Even though that normally is not a thing that happens in this game.
Well, the thing is, once it actually collides on the ground, it's treated as a stage hazard as opposed to an enemy projectile.
And remember, just because you got one of the Dunphys locked up does not mean that the other ones are just going to leave you alone.
So this is the particular encounter that you guys have shitloads of trouble with, because it's got 3 different unit types in it, and you have to respond to them in drastically different methods.
And also the hitboxes on those electro beakers is really wide. Frustratingly wide. Because I tell you, man, this is the game trying to get into your head. If you don't feel like you're going to make it, that's a reset. If you're definitely not going to make it because you got, like, no health left and no lives, you should probably reset and just save yourself the trouble. Because okay, I'm not saying the hard part is over. The tricky parts are over, but now you still have to keep on your toes because there's still an abundance of enemies that will deal damage to any unwary players. Especially fools who don't know that the ramp detaches.
And green, boom! Now, how much damage did it actually do to them, though? Because it didn't appear to do any damage to the sands. It did a decent amount of damage to the irons, like 1/3 of their health.
Well, what's going to kill the irons is just locking them up and making them unable to attack you. Eventually, they will go down just by being incompetent enemies types. That's right. I'll take this fool, for example. Punch. Z-dodge. Recognize the animation when he's about to shield bash, and then get out of the way in time, and you will save your ass.
So, Blaze's axle kick that she goes down on, that actually launches enemies quite a bit ways forward, too.
Well, what Blaze is going to do is count on the enemy motion after they get hit and use the wall in order to hold them in place. For example.
Like so.
Now, I'm trying to get the combo going because I'm the one playing as Blaze. I realize after, several hours of playing this game, okay, there is definitely a best move for combo here, and that is it's usually a punch, knock off kilter, knock in the air, dash attack into a defensive special like I just did. Yeah, that will deal a shitload of damage to pretty much anybody in the game.
Now, do the tasers do extra damage to the sand shields?
Well, the sands can't hit each other with the... Okay, well, if you're holding the taser, no, it does not deal extra damage to sand.
Oh. I'm trying to specifically parse out if it would deal additional damage to Sand's shield specifically, because it looks like it's an actual energy shield as opposed to just a glass shield.
I think this is the moment when I realized that jump kick actually is actually the move, because you only have like 5 frames of animation to hit your special button. It is ridiculously fast when these chicks do the homing kick startup and then they actually land it. Especially on high maxed out enemy AI difficulty. Damn it. All right, we're looking pretty salty.
Why don't you try and bait them into it and then go for defensive special? Because if you walk forward and then backwards, don't they usually respond with jump kick?
Well, they automatically do jump kick as long as you have distance.
So, well, Sapphire's having difficulty doing it here.
It's because she's got no room. See, if she had more room on the Z-axis, then she would probably maneuver a little bit to make that connection a bit more awkward. But because our X's are already lined up, I can't miss. Yeah, dash finisher. Just watch out.
That's an OTG finisher, actually.
Watch out for the chair. The chair has a little surprise waiting underneath. All right, now triple action. Right outside Mr. Y's own room, you see the comfort ladies, whom he has assigned specifically to kick your ass and keep a video of it for his own entertainment.
Boom!
Solo strike. My God, they're walking so fast.
They are.
Like father, like fun. Yep, just watch out for Stiletto's thing right there, because she'll do a little Z homing. When she's flashing like that, you can't interrupt her, but if you catch her after she attacks in, you get to waste her health points. Look out, Adam!
Mike has actually figured out that you can actually jump in order to completely dodge the attack.
Thank God. Okay, now there is a salad in the other room. Adam is hungry, and he must feed. Alright, now we get to finally hear one of my favorite tracks in the game, the Y-Twins boss theme. No, screw you, little boy.
Strike.
Respect your elders, young man.
How old is Blaze anyway? Like 40?
Well, if the events of this game takes place 10 years after the events of the classic games, and Blaze was 21 in Streets of Rage 1, so she's probably 32.
So she's 32.
And she's still damn fine, if I do say so myself. Actually, I think that she's even more beautiful now, because she has matured quite a bit.
It's the jacket. The police jacket really does accentuate her arms. I'm not so big on the super long hair, but that's her thing. I'm not gonna say that she shouldn't have super long hair.
On the subject of the music, once again, it actually took me the longest time to realize that both Mr. Y and Ms. Y have their own respective boss themes. They're just a little different, and I think that's why the OST makes a point to give them 2 different music tracks. I mean, they are fundamentally quite similar, but they do some cool things in between the 2 tracks because they want to make it feel like 2 different bosses, and they are 2 different bosses. This guy is a pansy. He wants to avoid you as much as humanly possible because he has 0 melee attacks. Oh, here comes my favorite part. We're gonna do it. We're gonna finish him. It's gonna be funny. Oh crap! It's all right, Adam. You got a whole life left. He's toast. Of course, my brother didn't like it because he wanted to kill him without getting killed himself. But Blaze is down. Now it's up to Adam to finish the job. Whoa!
And so, with a jump kick with your knee, you have successfully disabled Mr. Y.
Yes. And now...
Except no one's flying the plane anymore, so we're going to crash into the harbor.
I mean, nobody really flies planes. It's autopilot will solve a lot of your problems. However, if you got a Boeing 747 that's got way too many buttons and things that you don't know what they do, you're probably in for a bad time as well as everybody else on board. And in the next part, this plane is going down.
Sugar, we're going down swimming.